Olá, boa noite. O Exou Biribó, hoje com o vídeo 3 de Chicken Police. O nosso herói, Sony, continua investigando, embora por enquanto ainda tentando saber exatamente por que Natasha o chamou e qual a ligação dela com Molly, a ex-mulher do Sony. Vamos prosseguir nessa linha de investigação. Posso fazer interrogatório com ele.
Don't be shy, detective. Ask me anything.
All right, Mr. Wessler. Let's see.
Mas eu devo interrogá-lo? Sempre que dá a chance de interrogar, eu devo fazer? Nome Olivia Blackwig. Espécie é um corvo, Corvus corone, gênero feminino, traços distintivos, inusualmente alta e delgada para ser um corvo, é misteriosa e bastante calada. Informação pessoal: Olivia é assistente e acompanhante atual de Ibn Wessler. Se descobríssemos a relação entre a senhorita Corvo e o senhor Comadreja, vai mais além do profissional, isso poderia ser de valor. Do Iben tem uma informação nova. Não, isso a gente já tinha visto. Por que eles colocaram aqui como novidade? O jogo tem umas falhas às vezes. A Bá acha que sim, que a gente tem que perguntar tudo. O que ele pegou de novidade aqui? Ah, o uísque.
Come to daddy, darling.
Calling booze darling, it's kind of weird, don't you think?
Says someone who calls his gun collection his harem.
Touché. I'll shut it.
Good birdie.
Então eu vou interrogá-lo, já que a Bá mandou. O que pensou quando soube da extorsão?
How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
And now?
Now I'm kinda interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
Good point.
Thank you. Are we done?
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Parece um homem ocupado. Posso perguntar ao que se dedica? Por que não chamou a polícia? Essa é a pergunta boa, né? A chave. Wessler é um tipo complicado. Por desgraça, não sei muito dele. Assim que hei de afilar o engenho. Não posso arriscá-lo sem mais. Por que não chamou a polícia?
Why didn't you just call the police?
Huh? Why? What would have been the use of that? A few messages aren't enough for a case. You should know that.
Harassment makes for a case. So do threats.
Who were you trying to convince, Sonny? Huh? They would have laughed in my face. Anyway, you know, the police station. Once I set foot in there, I'm not coming out again.
Your lawyers are too good for that, Ibn.
Yeah, I guess you're right, chicken.
Pô, eu tô baixando o meu detectímetro em vez de subir. Impressões: difícil de tratar, sigiloso e desconfiado. Que razões poderia ter alguém para tentar extorquir o seu par? De verdade crê que somos tão idiotas? Não. Que razões podia ter alguém para extorquir?
Why would anyone have reason to blackmail your girlfriend?
I don't know, maybe because she's my girlfriend?
Ou talvez por ser tão rica?
You think that's enough?
It's plenty enough.
Good point.
Oh, are you finally getting to a point? Or do you really want to dig around in my private life? Because, people who do that end up in the alley, if you catch my drift.
Very much so, Mr. Wessler. Wessler is tougher than I thought, and he's secretive. It's time to gently beat around the bush.
Ele é irascível também. Não, o radar aumenta quando você vai acertando a linha de interrogatório e baixando quando você vai perguntando errado. São muito íntimos, Natasha e você? É claro que são, né? E ocorreu algum incidente similar a Natasha no passado? Você passa muito tempo aqui? Essas mensagens lhe parecem perigosas? Não, a única que teria alguma razão de perguntar é se houve algum incidente similar com Natasha no passado.
Were there any similar incidents in Natasha's past? I mean, threats, blackmail, enemies or insane fans, psychopath pianists, perhaps.
I don't know about enemies, but she's a celebrity. A star shining bright in Clawville's night sky. Do you understand? She gets endless fan mail. It could be anybody. I wouldn't overreact.
Natasha doesn't feel that way.
I've noticed.
Agora estou chegando na metade ali, ficando positivo. Está tudo bem entre você e Natasha? Fale claro, Wessler, não nos faça perder tempo. Crê que o culpado poderia ser um admirador? Isso ele já disse. Vai tudo bem entre você e Natasha?
Is everything all right between you and Natasha?
Yeah, you don't beat around the bush, do you? Understandable, I guess. Naturally, our relationship is stable and perfect. I'm the setting, she's the gemstone. Yeah, if you know what I mean.
I rarely hear such poetry, but I understand exactly what you mean, Mr. Wessler.
So, you have your answer.
No recent friction?
Wouldn't you like to know?
It would make my job easier.
Yeah, it would only lead you astray. So be glad that I tell you no. No friction.
Ibn is quick-tempered, and I can use that to my advantage. I've confounded and softened him with my previous questions. Now it's time to be specific and ruthless.
Agora mais direto e sem piedade, porque ele balançou. Aproveitar que ele é irascível e acaba. Como o chefe e a gatinha, hein? Como se conheceram? Estaria disposto a declarar na chefatura? Houve alguma ameaça similar no passado? Não, não é isso que eu vou perguntar. Estaria disposto a... Será? Tá, estaria disposto a declarar isso, confirmar isso na chefatura?
Would you be willing to testify at the station?
You're joking, right?
Maybe I can get you an invitation. Believe me, you'd love it. The coffee's good, but the chairs are kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, you have a peculiar sense of humor. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Ih, baixou, meu detetive. Então, embora Natasha creia que corre perigo, segue saindo sozinha? Os fins de semana que passa ali, ela fica completamente sozinha? Então, mesmo achando que corre perigo, ela segue saindo sozinha?
So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at, but I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if you do, but in our social circles, banquets and dinners are frequent.
Illegal gambling nights.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. Yeah, right.
So, can we meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing. She's on soon.
Polly, policial decente apenas. Perguntas 7, precisão 60%. Hubert Ibn Wessler, pensamentos finais. Assim se faz, companheiro. Não é como nos velhos tempos, mas se segue você se dando bem. O velho galo sabe como as gosta, hein? Pista importante. Ibn insiste muito em mudar de tema quando vem à tona o assunto das ameaças. Está claro que sabe muito mais do que está disposto a contar-nos. E agora, posso voltar a tentar ou continuar? É melhor voltar a tentar para fazer as perguntas certas, mas eu não tenho ideia de quais são. Eu sei alguma que pode ter sido errada. Não, né? Errou.
Thank you for your time. We'll be seeing you.
I have no doubt about that, unfortunately.
Hey, we should grab a coffee or something, Olivia. You know, for old time's sake.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Oh.
Please, take a seat. The show's gonna start soon.
Sonny.
Chloe's still lying in my bed, and it's dead.
That was, unique.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
More or less.
Sometimes less is more, Mr. Featherland.
You were amazing, dear, as always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
But of course.
Ibn will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe me.
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene. My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone, Sonny. You'd be too conspicuous otherwise.
Hey,
I understand. You know, they call him Target Marty at the station.
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knocks, a short pause, then another 3.
I'll be waiting. Go, before he comes back.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume. It was simply part of her being, and it attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies, or the pillow she rests her feet on while reading some cheap romance. I wanted to be her nightdress, barely touching, barely covering her marble skin. But I was a cop, and a lifetime wouldn't be enough to rid myself of what a woman like her hides under her makeup. Keep your distance, Sonny. Just keep your distance.
Quadro.
Gee, that is a unique picture, and kind of daring. I admit I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good memories. A precious old friend of mine. A most wonderful artist.
He's got an eye, that's for sure, considering his model.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
I don't know. I don't compliment often. Not on purpose, anyway.
Oh, you're funny.
I bet you spend a lot of your time staring into the mirror. Do you even recognize yourself?
Maybe you were trying to be rude, but, that's a very good question.
I was just trying to be rude.
Oh, really? Well, then I'm sorry.
Don't mention it.
Pegou o livro? Mas cadê o livro? Tudo mentira que ele pegou o livro.
This woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it. A rare and dangerous combination.
How do you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
In a glass. But thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like this may be a long night.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
So I've been told. Anyway, lovely room.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
Okay, Sonny.
So, why am I here?
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But if you'd rather be drinking...
Oh, you do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your brain. Am I right?
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's something like that.
Well then, Sonny, come at me.
Well, that's something I don't hear often. With pleasure.
Ibn insiste muito em mudar de tema quando vem à tona o assunto das ameaças. Está claro que sabe mais do que disso. Isso a gente já tinha visto também. Nome Natasha Katzenko, espécie gato, Felis catus, gênero feminino. Traços distintivos, tem os olhos extraordinariamente verdes. Não há dúvida de que se meteu em confusão, igual a mim. Informação pessoal sobre ela, uma nova. Natasha é uma mulher realmente misteriosa e, além disso, parece perigosa. Ainda que não caiba nenhuma dúvida de que está em problemas sérios. A pergunta é se ela é a causa do problema ou se é alguém mais. Não é nenhum colecionável. Aquele livro que ele pegou foi só para examinar, então. Estranho. Vamos perguntar.
Seriously, how did you find me? Not even my boss knows where I live.
Although I didn't include Ibn in my little private mission, some of his resources were still available to me.
Let me guess. There's someone at the station working for him.
Someone? You're so cute when you're playing naive.
Have you ever had dealings with the police?
Not in this city.
And otherwise?
Does it really matter, Mr. Featherland?
Maybe it does. More than a little.
I'm afraid you'll have to unravel that thread yourself. But you will find nothing but a dead end.
Interrogatório.
Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful. Every part of her oozes danger.
Indivíduo Natasha Katzenko. Chave, Natasha é uma mulher segura de si. Isso eu posso ver. Tenho que ir com cuidado. Destila perigo em cada polo. Impressões, segura. Detectímetro começa ali na metade. Nem positivo, nem negativo. Foi uma atuação memorável.
That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, I don't have the time. But the stage still calls my name, and I perform just a few times a year, and always with a new song.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that's what you mean. Yes.
Aumentou 10. Esse quadro na parede é bastante atrevido, já disse isso. O local é muito elegante e a tua habitação não fica curta. Pequena, não é pequena. E agora, as duas perguntas são bobagens, aliás, comentários, né? O local é muito elegante.
The place is very elegant, and so's your room.
Why, thank you.
I kind of feel like I'm in a museum.
Well, that depends on the kind of museum.
The kind with nice things.
Oh, Oh,
Suspiciously nice things, just like you.
do you think I'm suspicious?
We'll see about that.
Try me.
Ela é segura e intrigante. O que pode me contar de Ibn Wessler? Crê que poderia ser um admirador o responsável pelas ameaças?
Do you think one of your admirers might be behind the threats?
Those who admire me usually idolize me. No, I don't think it's one of them.
You know, the soul of an animal is extremely complicated. Sometimes all it takes is a bad look or some small rejection to turn admiration into hate.
That's a stillborn theory. No one hates me if they once loved me, Mr. Detective.
Ah, I see.
Segura, intrigante e fria. Por que, Débora? É uma boa menina, mas por que não veio você mesmo? Todo esse assunto fede. O que pretende que eu faça? Tem alguma prova material relacionada com as ameaças? Essa é a boa.
Do you have any material evidence concerning the threats?
You may think I'm irresponsible, but I didn't keep any of it. I simply couldn't bear to look at them.
Didn't you think maybe the police would need it?
I didn't think I needed the police. Moreover, do you think the girlfriend of Ibn Wessler could ever turn to the cops?
I see. So, what about me? How do I come into the picture?
It sounds ridiculous, but you're my last hope.
That does sound ridiculous, but I accept. My ego and old habits.
You can't do anything else, can you?
Something like that. A leopard can't change its spots. Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know.
Agora eu tenho que concentrar-me para conseguir o que eu quero saber. Boa, né? Enigmático. Segura, intrigante, fria e assustada. E o detectímetro subindo. Agora a questão é única, não preciso pensar muito, né? O que diziam exatamente as ameaças?
What was in those threats, exactly?
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So,
You really don't have any idea which word could be used for a woman like me?
I guess I do. Yes, I think I know what it could be.
Whore. Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That was printed on the paper and painted on my wall in giant red letters.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
E agora te aconselho que não chame a atenção. Ninguém viu nunca o culpado, nem rastro. As ameaças poderiam ter algo a ver com a perigosa relação que mantens com Ibn? Que há de filmar também veio por você? Ninguém viu o culpado, nem rastro.
No one's ever seen the culprit? Not even a shadow?
That's one of the most curious things. Ibn has men everywhere, literally, my shadows, ghosts in every alley, but no one saw anything.
One of them could be the culprit.
Ibn pays his animals well, and he's the most dangerous man in the city. A combination that nullifies your theory, I believe?
Maybe, ma'am. Love is capable of insane miracles and miraculous insanity.
What poetry? Did you ever think about writing a book?
Never. I'm afraid I'd learn too much about myself.
Maybe that's the point. I would read about you. Not like the chicken police Pulp Fiction.
Furry hell. Do you read that trash?
Like everyone else in the city.
Oh, great.
I think it's flattering, even as badly written tales of heroes in the gutter.
You enjoy it?
Well, just a little, Sonny. Just a little.
Aumentou em 15 o detectímetro. O passado te faz duvidar? Exatamente um marido, talvez? Assim que a coisa não vem do teu círculo nem de um admirador, de quem suspeita? Acho que o passado te faz duvidar. Um ex-amante, um ex-marido, um ex-namorado, talvez?
A dark shadow from the past? An ex-lover? A husband, maybe?
I'm surprised you asked that just now.
Well, I have my habits. Some call my methods peculiar.
What a curious way to put it.
I'm a curious kind of fellow. So?
I've never been married, and I don't really have any serious relationship before Hobart.
A more dangerous, not serious relationship, maybe?
I've never been with anyone long enough for them to hate me.
Love is just another face of hate.
So is hate a face of love, then?
I guess. Were you on the run?
No, Mr. Featherland. I came to Clawville with a clean slate, and I'd like to believe it will stay that way.
You mean as the girlfriend of Ibn Wessler, the biggest mob boss in Clawville? Yeah, good luck with that. Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here.
Agora eu tenho que ser direto para saber por que ela me chamou, né? Vou perguntar da Molly. E o que você pôs a Molly no assunto? Já chega de andar pelas ramas. De onde conheces Molly?
Let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator or you're really that desperate.
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse, too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Really?
I did. I knew. I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Cluck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing.
O que exatamente você quer de mim? Você jogou comigo desde o princípio, verdade? Brincou comigo desde o princípio. Jogou. O que exatamente você quer de mim?
What exactly do you want from me?
You are really as good as they say you are. And I'm not selling lucky dips, Sonny. Find them, whoever they are, and...
Whatever it takes?
Not exactly, but something like that.
You know, if I didn't see the speck of fear behind the confidence shining in your eyes, I wouldn't take the case.
I'm not afraid.
You're terrified, Natasha. Don't be ashamed.
You must solve this. As soon as you can. Money's not an issue.
90% de acerto, detetive genuíno. Pensamentos finais. Os legendários Chicken Police voltaram à ação, um pouco cansados, mas impecáveis. Bom trabalho. Pista importante. A ameaça, ou melhor, a palavra ameaçante, nas mensagens que foram enviadas a Natasha é sensível, puta, é concisa e ainda assim diz muito.
Just one more thing, Sonny.
Natasha?
Please, come to 37 Rochester Street in Flower Town tonight. I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your investigation.
I was afraid this was coming. Why there? Why not here and now?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep secrets from?
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets. I knew you would understand.
Oh yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet? The night is almost over.
I'll be there in an hour. Don't be early, and don't be too late.
Look, Natasha, you know...
Please, this is very important to me.
Sure, I get it. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
Perguntar sobre o Czar Club.
Why did you name it the Tsar Club when you took over? It was the Millions before.
Maybe you can guess my origins from my name and my accent. I come from the eastern Tsardom of Slavonia. We are quite respectful of our leaders.
You feel that's not the case here in Clawville?
Here? No. Absolutely not, Mr. Featherland. Many here don't even know the name of their king. To them, he's only the Fox King. It's quite disrespectful and rude.
There's some truth to that.
Where I'm from, we choose our leaders ourselves, and whatever they do later, we proudly stand by our decision.
So that's why the name, in respect to your country.
Don't take me for so sentimental. It's only partly the reason. We lived there until I was 14. Then we had to flee. It doesn't matter why. In the end, I was the only one who made it to Clawville. So the name isn't because of nostalgia or respect. More like a reminder.
Deborah Ibanez.
So, why Deborah?
I could not seek you out in person. It was risky even to send Debbie.
It's too late now. Mr. Wessler is aware of my little investigation.
I'm sorry I got her mixed up in this. She's a lovely girl.
She looked like one.
Robert Ibn Wessler.
May I be brash?
It's New Year's Eve. Everything goes tonight.
Ibn, do you love him?
In my own way? Yes, I do.
Whatever that means.
You can't understand this, Sonny. There are women who can't actually love. Not like they're supposed to. But that doesn't mean they don't love however they can.
That's not a real answer, is it?
If you only accept yes or no, then yes, I love him.
Mensagem de Natasha.
So this message...
I'm sorry I had to upset you, Sonny. But if I didn't take that step, would we be talking here right now?
Well, probably I'd be dead drunk and counting sheepmen in my dreams.
I'm good for you, you see?
You're a real angel.
Mart McChicken.
Why just me? What's wrong with my partner?
Nothing in the world. I just like to be discreet. I wanted to talk to you in private because of Molly.
Thank you for your discretion. It means a lot.
Don't mention it.
Olivia Blackwig.
So, who's this Olivia bird?
I know well what you're curious about. You want to know if she's sleeping with Ibn.
The thought may have crossed my mind.
You men. But guess what? Maybe she does.
You don't care?
As long as he loves me, I don't.
Well, that's your business. What do you know about her?
She's not the one threatening me. You can be sure of that. I know that was your next thought. The lovesick assistant is jealous of the boss's girlfriend and wants to flick her out of the picture. It would even stand up, but Olivia doesn't have feelings. If she let Ibn sleep with her, it's because she does what he says, nothing more.
That was so honest and raw, I'm inclined to believe it. Do you have a light, Natasha?
I'm sorry. I've never smoked.
Really? That's very uncommon in your line of work.
It was uncommon in all my previous lines of work, too. But I promise the next time we meet, I'll bring you a box of matches.
I might take you up on that.
No trouble at all.
This woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it. A rare and dangerous combination.
Observação de outros. Vamos embora, então? Partimos agora?
Well,
Weren't you supposed to be waiting in the car?
I was bored to tears, Sonny. I also thought maybe something happened to you.
You thought Natasha had eaten me alive, huh?
Well, who knows? You're such a fragile little thing.
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
I didn't mean that, Marty. I meant you.
Oh.
Agora que eu já falei com ela, posso falar com Filmar.
So, have you talked to Natasha?
In fact, yes. She was, kind of mysterious.
I bet she was. You know, I've never abandoned a case before. Not voluntarily, anyway. But that woman...
You're, too old for this shit, huh?
As you say, pal.
That's exactly how I felt, too.
Before you leave, take this and examine it closely.
What is it?
The reason I've decided all of this is not worth it for me.
Wow, that sounds encouraging.
Take care of yourselves, guys. This case, maybe it goes deeper than you'd think.
Oh, that makes my feathers stand on end.
Ah, old croakers. You're safe while I'm here. Okay, I didn't say anything.
Nova função, perguntar. Perguntar sobre Robert Ibn Wesley.
The truth is, Ibn's a dirty bastard, but he's likable. It must be his charisma that snared Natasha.
Maybe there's more to it than simple wild love.
Who knows? Animals commit the dirtiest of deeds for wild love.
You've got a point.
Natasha Katzenko.
Wonderful girl. Either I'm gonna kill her or I'm beginning to like her.
That's funny, I swear I've heard that before.
To be honest, me too.
A Casa de Férias.
So, Natasha invited us to her weekend house.
That's either very good news or very bad news.
50%. That's not that bad, is it?
That's an admirable attitude.
Attitude, yeah, he's got that. Most of the time, I think that's all he's got.
Hey,
Olivia Blackwig.
Who is this woman anyway? She's like Ibn's shadow. Nobody knows anything about her.
I don't know if she has anything to do with the case, but it's worth keeping an eye on her anyway.
More women, more trouble.
You already fantasizing?
Even the sight of young women make me tired. Anyway, most people say she's the rat's lover too. But next to Natasha, I doubt he'd want her. Anyway, the pussycat would have already torn her to shreds.
Could be.
isn't that Filmar standing over there at the bar?
You're right. Time to say hi. Take care of yourself, old bird.
You're one to talk.
Então era isso. Pistas. Natasha está assustada e seu medo é genuíno, mas ainda assim não me está contando tudo. E isso não me gosta nada. Não estou gostando nada. E disso não estou gostando nada. Natasha me convidou para sua casa de fim de semana, casa de férias. Quer mostrar-me algo. Estaria encantado de ir em qualquer outra situação, mas neste caso me preocupa. A ameaça, ou melhor, a palavra ameaçante nas mensagens, puta, é curta e ainda assim diz muito. Isso já foi. Mais informação pessoal da Natasha. Ela é original do Zarato setentrional de Estovônia, de onde teve que fugir sua família. Quando Natasha chegou à cidade de Clawville, ela era órfã. Outra informação pessoal da Olivia. Segundo Natasha, essa mulher não mostra nenhum tipo de emoção, o que faz pouco provável que seja a artífice das ameaças, a autora das ameaças. Ainda que isso não signifique que não seja amante de Ibn. Estovônia, a lúgubre pátria dos orgulhosos estovonienses, cujos habitantes formam em sua maioria depredadores e grandes felinos. A situação política entre Clawville e Estovônia é bastante tensa e delicada, por razões tanto históricas como comerciais. O Zarato de Estovônia foi o grande perdedor na Guerra da Carne, mas muitos animais o consideram o instigador potencial da Segunda Guerra da Carne e maior ameaça existente para o mundo moderno. Alterra. Pode ser que Alterra, o continente de duas cabeças, só seja o segundo em extensão dos 3 continentes de Natura, mas é Cunha, o berço dos estados mais avançados e influentes do mundo, como Náutica, o Zarato de Estovônia, Avíria, Vilésia e Svolaço. Vlavoslávia, ou o Império From, entre os que se encontra por descontado, por natureza, por clareza, por certo, Clawville, a cidade das 1000 cores. Hector III, o Rei Raposa. Hector III, ou é o Rei Raposa, como muitos animais lhe chamam, é o terceiro membro da dinastia Faloyux. Ainda que Clauville fosse um estado pequeno, o seu rei se conta entre os animais mais influentes de Natura, não pela importância da cidade, e sim pelas riquezas de suas colônias distantes. A chave. E esse pedaço de lista aqui?
We stepped into it, didn't we?
Ah, foi esse pedaço de lista então que eu...
We stepped into it, didn't we?
que o filme...
Of all that's furry, what kind of a list is this?
Exactly. I have no idea, but I don't even want to find out.
Those names, all top dogs. Maybe they play cards together.
Sure, that's very likely. Anyway, I pried this list out of a dead man's hand. Somebody dropped him outside the forest, a few miles from the Wessler residence.
I should have known she was keeping secrets.
Keeping secrets? She's the secret herself.
Thanks, Filmar. This could be important.
Don't thank me. Maybe I've just signed your death warrant.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, shut up, Marty.
Pistas. Apenas reconheci uns poucos nomes na lista que me passou Filmar, mas todos pertenciam à elite mais respeitada de Clauville. Poderia ser uma lista de casamento, embora ainda duvide que seja esse o caso. Mais uma informação pessoal da Natasha. Essa lista cheia de imponentes nomes deve ter algo a ver com Natasha e por isso também com as ameaças. Mais informação pessoal sobre o Filmar. Parece que Filmar também costumava trabalhar para Natasha, mas deixou o caso antes que as coisas se pusessem demasiado complicadas. Em qualquer caso, o fez com uma prova, como haveria feito qualquer investigador, que pode resultar-nos muito útil. Lugares, mais um disponível, a casa de fim de semana. Casa de fim de semana de Natasha Katzen. Se encontra em Vila Flor, o bairro mais distante e pulcro, chique deve ser, da cidade. Me dá certa curiosidade do que possa esconder ali.
Ooh, a nice cup of coffee a la Zip, huh?
We're not here for the coffee, Marty. Zip always knows more than what he lets on. It'd be worth interrogating the old trash panda.
If he forgave us for wrecking his joint last time.
He'll never forgive us, Marty, but we helped him out of trouble so many times, he's not gonna have any choice.
I hope you're right, old bird.
Ah, jeez, boys. Out of 2,000 joints in the city, had to end up here, huh?
Hello to you too, Zip. How's it hanging?
I had no problems, until now.
Ah, don't be such a drama queen. We just want to ask you a couple of questions, then we're out of here.
And we won't even trash your place this time. What do you say?
I say let's get it over with very, very quickly, chickens.
Relax, pal. We'll be as fast as a hummingbird.
I'm not your pal, and you're as far from a hummingbird as I'm from a polar bear.
Oh, come on, Zip. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Então é isso. O Exou Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, a torcida, desejando boa noite, até amanhã. Por enquanto eu fui.